Welcome to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. I'm Cindy Baelish, your Doodle Warrior Coach, here to help you turn self-doubt into unshakable confidence, rediscover your purpose, and create a life you can't wait to wake up to. Grab your favorite pen and let's doodle your way to clarity, joy, and freedom, one episode at a time. Have you ever had a beautiful plan, everything organized, color-coded, and set up perfectly, and then nothing happens? Or you start strong, something goes wrong, and suddenly you don't know what to do next. Warrior, I've lived this more times than I can count. I used to take every time management and organization course I could find, and then I'd create these elaborate systems that were flawless on paper. But here's what always happened for me. The whole thing would just fizzle out. It would fizzle before I even started, or right after something messed with the new routine. I'd throw my hands up and say it just doesn't work. Then I would give up. For the longest time, I thought the system was the problem, but it turns out it wasn't. It was my nervous system. My nervous system loved all the planning. It loved the prepping. It loved the color coding. It loved getting everything ready. But it did not love the part where I had to actually step into the arena. The arena is where the plans turns into action. And the action felt hard and scary, like there was a ton of pressure to do it all right. Some of the thoughts I had were, if I don't do this exactly right, I failed again. If I screw this up, what does that mean about me? There's too much to do, and this one plan isn't going to fix it all. That pressure made me pull back. That pressure made me give up. Not out of laziness, but out of protection. When I finally started to give myself grace, the pieces started slowly falling into place. I realized that I don't need to be perfect. I just need to take one tiny step today and give myself permission to see how that goes. And that's when my strategy finally started working. So let's break down what was actually happening and what happens to so many women. Strategy fails when your nervous system doesn't feel safe. You can plan from the stands, you get excited about what you're planning, you go to the store and buy the parts and pieces that you need, and you prepare for hours. But the moment you start putting it into practice, your body decides whether it can move forward or not. If your nervous system feels threatened, even a little bit, your momentum shuts down. Planning is predictable. Planning is quiet. Planning is controlled. Your body knows this place, and it's comfortable here. But showing up, that's vulnerable. That's where things can go wrong. That's where your body feels exposed. The arena triggers pressure, threat, and overwhelm. Pressure says, do it perfectly or don't do it at all. Threat says, don't mess this up. It means you're not good enough if you mess it up. And overwhelm says there's just too much to fix. One step won't make a difference. And these thoughts don't come from weakness. They come from a nervous system that is trying to protect you. When you decide you don't have to do it all today, when you give yourself grace, when you tell yourself nothing bad happens if I take a small step, your body starts to relax. Clarity returns and courage increases, and suddenly you are making progress. One small step builds momentum. Warrior, you don't need the whole strategy today. You don't need perfection. You just need one tiny action your nervous system can trust. One small step builds confidence. Confidence builds capacity, and capacity builds consistency. This is where real momentum is born. Friend, your next bold step isn't to plan harder. It's to take one simple, doable step forward. This way you give your nervous system a chance to feel safe. If you want support building momentum this way, slow, steady, and strategic, download the Doodle You Daily Reset Guide. The link is in the show notes below. It will help you design your next tiny action, step into your arena, and build a strategy that actually works for your life. Let's take your next bold step together. Thanks for listening to Doodle Healing the Warrior Way podcast. Your life is your masterpiece. If today's episode inspired you, make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement. Want more? Grab my free Doodle Your Vision Board guide. The link is in the description below. Remember, you are the warrior of your story. Your life, your masterpiece.